overwhelmed. Everybody is bringing his own viewpoint. The reason why we want to bring this because there is inferiority and inferiority complex and superiority complex that is going on in the media industry, particularly when you look at the northern and southern dichotomy. You will agree with me that the media industry today is being largely dominated by the Westerners, and whosoever comes from the northern part of the country, that person is being looked down upon. Madina Shanu have been a very courageous journalist who is very superb and so exceptional in her own style of journalism. Her, exceptional quality that she has displayed in the recent time have actually earned her a merit award. She has, in the recent time, she have granted an interview with Niger State Governor Umar Mohamed Bago. Another one with, I think the most recent one is the one she granted to Senator Rabiu Koko. So that interview have been a point of reference to those who actually condemn her and those who are countering that condemnation. Many have said that the way and manner she appears in terms of when she wants to grant interview is unethical, that she used to, the face she is wearing when interviewing her guests is all unethical. And some people said, though, that is very, very, it's a good. So much so that many pressed her. So this issue have actually been, been debated. So we want to bring this thing so that we can look at it. Why should this inferiority complex be brought into it? Because she is from the northern extraction, and of course, I want to bring Baba, who have actually been in the media industry for donkey years, for decades, to tell us what is obtainable even in the BBC. Baba, you have been into BBC, studio. You see how these, interviewers used to approach. So share the experience.
I almost got employed by BBC.
Yes.
But on the other hand, I felt I have more to do in Nigeria than to live in London. At a time, we took over the BBC, the Hausa service.
Wow.
We took over the English service. And if you are not well educated, don't go to English service of BBC.
Wow.
Focus on Africa. There used to be a special program where you are the guest. They will interrogate you. BBC journalists, correspondents, they can interrogate you more than the police and the SSS combined. They are highly trained. Ba ruwan mutanen BBC da emotion ko kai wane ne ko ba kai wane ne ba. They suna so su san what is going on. They don't have any special regard for you. As far as you are concerned, you have an issue, tell us what you know. And they are not about brown envelope. Nobody wants your money, even though you are King Faisal. They don't take gift. They don't demand bribe. They don't take gift. Koka Kyautar Basaso. Do you know, I was to start on £50,000 per week.
Wow.
I say I have 3 wives, 20 children. They say bring all, they'll come here to London and live in London. I say, then somebody hinted me that if you want to live long, don't work for BBC. I say, why? He said, because here in London, you will go around the world. You are always on the road. You are always working.
They will overstress you.
They will
exploit you.
The best out of you. Say, and that's a car. So this Shanu asking Konkoso questions,
interrogating
him, and the people finding it offensive. It's obscurantism, and it's cultism.
Nobody should ask.
It's cultism. Ai Konkoso ya zama wani ba ya za yi ana tambayan shi haka ba dole a bi shi a hankali. Ai jagora ne, ai wani wali ne, wani jagora ne. So that's the problem. Romanticism. You romanticize somebody. You obscurantism. you uplift a human being to a level that he cannot even reach. And therefore, they are looking at Shanu now. Why is she? Even when she came to Niger, she was asking the governor, and governor blew up and said, which is not acceptable.
It's not acceptable.
That manner of speaking is not acceptable. You don't talk like that to a journalist. Because what you are talking to the world, you are not talking to the person that is interviewing you.
No.
And Konkoso was comported. Konkoso was organized. Konkoso, he didn't. If you look at his face, he didn't show any.
He was not perturbed.
He was not annoyed.
And all the question which he was got answers. He actually replied.
And you see.
And he was so missing words when he was replying to her.
And he was calm. And you know, despite the fact. Despite the fact that he was shocked by Abba, Konkoso never believed Abba that he was with him for over 40 years.
Could just
decided to to abandon him, and it was unfortunate, and it was a very sad situation. It's sad.
And Madina Shanu, if not for the fact that she has been so courageous to raise some of those questions, yes. Many wouldn't have known, how shocked Donkoso is, and some of this information that she was able to, bring out from him. Nobody would have known that, but she has been so courageous, and she was so unbiased. I don't know if you listen to the interview very well. She appears to be very, very, coordinated in answering the question. So what you are saying?
No, what do we do?
Yes, let's play the interview, right?
Let's play the interview.
Yes.
And see how it goes.
So that
people will be able to see
whether Madina Shanu was on any
ai wasu sai su ce ka ce ina rigima take gashi shugaban jam'iyya da kuma gwamnan jam'iyya sun zo sun rabe ana tsakiyar tafiya a shan rigima kenan ko
ai wannan ke ma yanzu kina cikin mu kika je kika ce kin bari ai wannan ba ta kawo rigima ba yanzu na rigima take
gwamnan jihar Kano Abba Kabir Yusuf ya koma jam'iyyar APC sai gashi su ganduje ne suka tarbe shi kasancewar kusancin ka da shi ya kaji da hakan ta faru za ka iya gaya mun menene babban abin da ya fi baka takaici game da komawar gwamna Abba jam'iyyar APC ka faɗi yadda kuke da kusanci da shi ka ce kun yi kusan shekara 40 tare da shi gashi kuma gwamna Abba yana auren yarka shin wannan abin da ya faru zai bata zumuncin da ke tsakaninku an ji kana faɗan cewa ka ayyana wata rana a matsayin ranar butulci ta duniya shin da gwamna Abba kake gwamna Abba ya bayyana cewa ɗaya daga cikin dalilan da ya sa ya bar jam'iyyar NNPP shine ana yawan samun rikice-rikicen cikin jam'iyya shin hakan na nufin cewa a matsayinka na jagora baka yi nasarar kashe waɗannan matsalolin ba me yasa a matsayinka na shugaban jam'iyyar baka ka kasa magance waɗannan matsalolin kenan hakan na nufin ka gaza kenan wannan abin da ya faru zai shafi soyayyar da 'yan Kano suke yi wa Kwankwasiya waɗanda wasu daga cikin waɗanda suka bi gwamna Abba sun ce sun bar jam'iyyar NNPP amma ba su bar Kwankwasiya ba wato za su ci gaba da sanya jar hula shin zaka amince da hakan kana cewa kenan zaɓe mai zuwa Abba zai faɗi kenan game da wannan zancen da kake dama dai gwamna Abba ya ce ya koma jam'iyyar APC ne saboda
the way she asking question do you see harassment here?
I didn't see. She's very composed.
She's very composed.
Yes, very composed and courageous.
Wasu na ganin bayan faruwar wannan abin kamar siyasa ka ta zo ƙarshe.
Haka ne mutane suke zato. Ai mu wannan kalubalen shine karfin gwiwa. Ba mu shirya ba, ba mu so ba, ba mu taɓa tunani ba. Irin wannan cin amana mu taɓa zartunta ba. Ko da wani zai tunanin daga Abuja ko daga wani guri zai ce zai karba. Kano da yin Allah ya yarda mu tana nan a wajenmu. Najeriya ma in Allah da muna nan muna aikin da ya kamata mu samu wata mafita wacce za mu saita ta mu zo mu haɗu a kawo gyara a Najeriya.
To yanzu ina makomar sanata Kwankwaso, wasu na ganin bayan faruwar wannan abin kamar siyasa ka ta zo ƙarshe.
Haka ne mutane suke zato. Ai mu wannan kalubalen shine karfin gwiwa. Ba mu shirya ba, ba mu so.
Ka fahimta?
Yes,
Do you understand this?
of course.
What's wrong with this question?
If not for this courageous question,
what-
we wouldn't have
Ba
officially
mu
known.
taɓa tunani ba. Irin wannan cin amana mu taɓa zato. Kamar inda ba mu shirya ba, ba mu so ba, ba mu taɓa tunani ba. Irin wannan cin amana mu taɓa zato. Ba mu shirya ba, ba mu so ba.
Saboda haka na san
Ba mu shirya ba, ba mu so ba, ba mu taɓa tunani. Wani daga nan a Lagos sai tafi zai ce ihu ya ce shi bai yarda da wani ba ko bai yarda da wani ba. Na tabbatar miki a sani na babu wata jama'iyya da tafi NNPP zaman lafiya da kwanciyar hankali. In kuma da shi ki bari su yi wannan convention congresses da convention. Aji ne ake ga rigima. To kuma ina rigima take waye ke
To
ka.
ai wasu sai su ce ka ce ina rigima take gashi shugaban jam'iyya da kuma gwamnan jam'iyya sun zo sun rabe ana tsakiyar tafiya ai
A'a to ai
ƙarshen
wannan
rigima kenan ko?
ai wannan ke ma yanzu kina cikin mu kika je kika ce kin bari. Ai wannan ba ta kawo rigima ba yanzu ina rigima take. Wanda yake ciki ya fita kuma dama ita shiga siyasa kamar sa kai ne. In ka ce ka fita ai wannan bata sa kawo rigima a ciki ba. In ka ce ka zauna wannan bata kawo rigima a ciki ba. Saboda haka kowa yana da dama ya shigo yana da dama ya fita.
Wannan abin da ya faru zai shafi soyayyar da 'yan Kano suke yi wa Kwankwasiya.
Ai tausaya mana ake yi. Ai da wani abu wanda ake gare ne wanda aka ga mun yi laifi ba ma su ne gwamnatin za su yi magana ba. Ai mutanen ne za su ce guri kaza ba a kyauta ba ko guri ba a kyauta ba. Amma ba na jin suna da wani dalili kwaya ɗaya mai kwari wanda za su ce gashi. Kuma lokaci zai nuna ai. Inda shi za su kawo wanda za mu shiru wanda za a ba su amsa a ba su.
Waɗanda wasu daga cikin waɗanda suka bi gwamna Abba sun ce su sun bar jam'iyyar NNPP amma ba su bar Kwankwasiya ba, wato za su ci gaba da sanya jar hula. Shin za ka amince da hakan?
Ba magana ce ta amincewa ba. Magana ce an riga an gina haske an gina duhu a Kano. Idan mutum yana haske ya koma duhu ya ce shi haske ne ai ba su haɗuwa. Idan aƙidanmu daban take tsarinmu daban yake kuma shi ya sa mutane wasu suke samu wasu ba sa samu. In za ka je kai kwankwasiya wa ce ka fitar da kwankwasiya ka tsaya kai kwankwasiyar ma a inda take. Saboda haka duk wanda ya tafi ko ka sa jar hula ko ka tafi kaza ka zama ɗan gandujiya ka narke haka za mu ganka haka duk jama'a za su ganka. Kamar inda muke ganin ganduje ko musamman yanda na ga nuna mun a takarda ganduje shi ya ɗaga hannu. Wannan ɗaga hannun nasu da mu a gurinmu ya faɗi zaɓe domin da ganduje yana da hannun ɗagawa na 2019 ya ɗaga hannunsa da ganduje yana da hannun ɗagawa da ya ɗaga 2026.
Kana cewa kenan zaɓe mai zuwa Abba zai faɗi kenan?
Ayin dai wannan tsarin ne jama'a Kano ba sa so. Ni na sani tunda dai mun ci a cikin rashin ƙarfi ko da ƙwaya ɗaya da yawa za ki ji mutane suna koma gurinsu. Ba matsala ni ma na ce su je su yi saboda hakkinmu ne a kai a wannan aikin da mu muka yi aiki muna da hakki ba za ka ce a'a ka bar shi a je a ba 'yan gandujiya wa'anda muka sha yaƙi da su dare da rana aka yi rigima muka shiga hadari aka ɗaura wasu aka kashe wasu aka ƙona dukiya ka ce su ne kuma yanzu shi ne ma babban rashin adalci aikin da kika yi na alheri fanshanki daga ratutinki rana tsaka sai a ɗauka ba ma a je a ba wasu akan hanya wanda baki sani ba a je a ba abokan hamayya da makiya wannan rashin adalci ne na ƙarshe.
Game da wannan zancen da kake yi dama dai gwamna Abba ya ce ya koma jam'iyyar APC ne saboda kamar ana ganin gwamnatin tarayya ta fi baiwa jihohin APC gata. Shin a lokacin da kake gwamna hakan ya faru gaskiya ne?
Sanar ke gwamna ba zan iya tuna wani abu da aka ware waɗansu kuɗi ko da naira ɗaya ne da aka kawo min cewar da ni ina jam'iyyar PDP ko na APC ban taɓa gani ba taɓa yi ba. Amma ko yanzu da ake yi yanzu na tabbatar miki cewa in suka shiga can banda rabon fulotai ba yara banda rabon kuɗaɗe banda rabon kaza haka za a zo a yi domin abin da su wa'annan suke so kenan
amma tun da zu kana ta cewa gandujiya kwankwasiya shin dan gwamna abba ya koma apc hakan na nufin kenan ya koma gandujiya
full cikakke 100%. wanda ya zo wajenmu in ba dan kwankwasiya ba ne ko ya shekara 40 muna tare da shi a zuciyarsa sai ya bari. Wanda yake can kuma ko ya yi shekarar gwamna shi ganduja ya fi shekarun ganduja a gun duk inda aka sai ya dawo gurinmu. Haka tsari aka in bai yi ba wanda kika san suna kurkuku haka za su rinka ci.
Wato kana ganin kaman nan gaba gwamna abba zai dawo da kafarsa.
To wannan ba sa abin da ke faɗa ba amma dai dan Allah ya bada yawan rai aka yi nisa in ma bai dawo ba zai da na sani.
Kana ganin a lokacin da kuke tare da gwamna abba ka ba shi dama ya sakata ya wala ya aikin shi a matsayin shi na gwamna? Don wasu suna ganin kamar ka tsaya mishi baka ba shi dama.
Ni ba na so mu shiga nan. Ki bari sai ya faɗa tukuna. Ni ba zan je in ce an yi kaza ba. Kamar yadda na saba cewa rashin hakuri shi ya kawo mai aka shuka ana. Wannan tambaya ce za a zo kanta. In sun yi ta magana sun ce ga takura da aka yi musu. sai a ba su amsa.
To yanzu ina makomar sanata Kwankwaso wasu na ganin bayan faruwar wannan abin kamar siyasa ka ta zo ƙarshe.
Haka dai mutane suke zato. Ai mu wannan kalubalen shine karfin gwiwa. Ba mu shirya ba, ba mu so ba, ba mu taɓa tunani ba. Irin wannan cin amana mu taɓa zartunta ba. Ko da wani zai tunanin daga Abuja ko daga wani guri zai ce zai karba. Kano dai in Allah ya yarda mu tana nan a wajenmu. Najeriya ma Allah da muna nan muna aikin da ya kamata.
To, friend.
From this interview, I
interview,
cannot have a trace of where she bullied her guest.
No harassment, nothing.
And
natural, and she's normal.
With a free mind. Speaking Nigerian.
And she's a Nigerian, and she speaks very good English.
Yes, and very composed.
Very composed.
And exactly, Baba,
so
the minds of Nigeria.
This is a typical BBC product.
Thank you very much. Many questions that many Nigerians will have asked.
No, many questions that many Nigerians will wanted to ask, but they cannot have the courage to put it across.
She
no,
did.
Number one, she's not looking for bribe.
Yes.
Number two, she's not looking for gift. Number three, she has an opportunity. She wants to interview you. She'll interview you. You can go to hell.
Number four, she's a Northern.
But man, sorry with that. I'm not trying to be using a caustic language like say you can go to hell. I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
But the point I'm trying to sort of bring the concept for you to appreciate.
Yes, of course. Because this thing have generated a lot of debate on the media.
The reason why there is a debate, envy.
The northern and southern dichotomy.
But it's not that. It's not that.
That's one.
No. If
that's one aspect of it.
No. Who are those? Who are those condemning her? Are they the Southerners?
They are not the Southerners.
Hold on. Apaya. Anasan Kamina. 70% of people in Mina don't like you. 80% of people here in Mina don't like me. The government of Niger State don't like me. If they have their way, they can get me locked up.
Because you interrogate.
Because I told them that this is the black and white. Barua. Don't tell me anything. Gabani Ruaka Kabani flyover. They took me to Abuja. And I told them, don't build flyover while there are no transportations. Do traffic audit before you do anything as far as road construction is concerned. Give me water first. Let me drink water. Okay. I told them, I said so. Take me to court. Jail me if you want. The same thing this woman is asking Konkoso. After all this rigmarole, where are you going to go? It's straightforward. So anybody who is saying that this lady is, do you know one thing? She's beautiful. She's organized. She's young, highly educated, talented, and people don't like to see what God can do.
That's exactly the point I want to bring in. Second aspect of it, I say, you see, she's a young, uprising journalist who have actually been doing exceptional, display exceptional quality, and probably some people in the media industry,
they don't like her.
Are not happy with the way she is rising.
Envy.
And, yes.
Hasada. Me left in the Tambo in the cargo. Have you seen anything here?
No.
That is, she's respectful.
She didn't.
She didn't raise her voice.
Yes, she didn't bully him, and the manner it wasn't.
And the cook also enjoyed the interview.
He did because she have and one good
because
thing,
look, one fundamental thing, it's like your son abandoning you in the afternoon to join your enemies. Huh? Caesar said a two brutu. Caesar, Julius Caesar, he said a two brutu. You two Brutus. Did you read Shakespeare?
I did.
Julius Caesar.
Of course.
He said
yes.
a two brutu.
Of course.
Okay. Aolo was bitter when Akintola played him out. Okay, what will Nching Amanani Nzegu de Sadone Sandhurst Yeje graduation as Sand Ingila for Nzegu to graduate a soldier where's Kesha Sadona? Nakabanka.
When they the first person
in kana magana cin amanan siyasa yau aka fara cin amanan siyasa Ganduje bai ci amana Kwankwaso ba ha 2019 Ganduje ya ci zabe ba ya gama result aka yi ba
deputy governor aka kama deputy governor
aka ce ma hukaci ne
serving commissioner
okay now abin da ke ba Kwankwaso haushi what is penny with all this trouble those who fought us,
all the sacrifices
were made.
That went to court together.
That went to court. There is one interview of Buba Galadima. I think we should play that interview.
Yes,
it will clear this check. There is this.
We have it here.
It must be there.
It must be there. I think
Buba Galadima.
Yes, Buba Galadima's interview.
She played it fully. Is it 10 o'clock already?
3 more minutes. I think.
We put an interlude. Let me look for that Buba Galadima interview.
So while Baba look for that Buba Galadima interview, so the idea we're trying to bring here, I think it's just have Emily. I don't know if you're thinking right with me. See, let's keep issue of the northern and southern dichotomy. If you look at most people who actually were bamboozling, were bullying her, were castigating her, were lambasting her from the northern extraction, the same where she came from. And you will wonder, the way I look at things, don't you look at it as something that somebody is envying or upcoming star? And unfortunately for them, most of them are national journalists. She's an international journalist because she works for the BBC. You understand? Anytime she had an interview, the whole world would get to hear. It's a reputable media outlet that she works for. And she is not going to work alone. You understand? She works under a very, very critical supervision. All her work will have to be scrutinized before coming. And for you to even work with BBC, you must have the intellectual capacity and capability to be able to assimilate some of those things that will be put before you. And for her to have interview with this personality, I think it's something that actually, it's paying so many people. So I don't know, how do you look at this? What is your own thinking in this old Buhoha?
All right. Real quick, and before we go on the news, we've been talking about this issue of psychophancy for a while now. And looking at the messages, the attacks on the young lady that was going around yesterday, I realized that a whole lot of them were actually psychophants.
Yes.
Because, she being a lady, I was discussing this with my wife yesterday. I said, what I observe is she always have, we call it a blank face. This is not even an angry face. The face, the purported face that was being circulated was not even an angry face to even start with. It is a blank face, devoid of any emotion whatsoever. You understand? And this is she now being professional, asking relevant questions where it is necessary. We came for a job. We came to do something. We didn't come to familiarize. You understand? So, and she went to do her job. And like Baba said, and from everything we heard, she was not asking insultive questions. She was not asking any derogative questions. She was asking questions with even the tone of the voice she was even using. It was a very calm tone.
Yes.
She was not using aggressive tone.
You only, I don't know. I think they are so perturbed about her composure, her level of composure. Yes.
So okay, they were expecting her to be smiling, and I told my wife something. I said if she was smiling, then she has collected money from the party.
Of course. So, I think it's like that. Let's take a little breather to bring you Miss Flash. When we come back, the discussion continues. Please stay and don't go anywhere.
Badeggi Radio.
It's Throwback Thursday.
News. Get the latest news in Nigeria and the world on Badeggi Radio. We give you the latest updates and keep you informed 10 a.m. every morning with News Flash. Keep up with what is happening on the globe with news at 12 noon and get more information with news at 5 p.m. Get all you need to know in one place.
News. A very wonderful good morning to you and welcome to Badeggi Radio News Flash. Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, has held a strategic meeting with the Electricity Commission of Nigeria aimed at deepening collaboration among the different stakeholders in Nigeria's power sector. The National Industrial Court of Nigeria, Abuja, has fixed today for ruling on a suit filed by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, and the FCT administration against leaders of the Joint Union Action Committee. And the Nigerian Medical Association, NMA, has made their position known on the joint ultimatum by the Trade Union Congress and Nigeria Labour Congress over consolidated medical salary structure. And that's the news flash. Thank you for listening and do stay tuned by 12 noon for the full bulletin.
It's Throwback Thursday
On your station,
Badeggi 90.1 FM.
Listeners, you're welcome back to your favorite program, the Badeggi Radio Link. This morning we are looking at a controversy over the Memuna Shanu style of interview that have actually been generating a lot of debate on media, on social media, so to speak. Many have actually condemned her way or style of interviewing her guests, while others have actually appreciated her and even threw accolades at the way a manner she do conduct an interview. Their style of broadcast, journalism has been so appreciated by many. So, and if you look at what is trending in the media now, they use about 2 to 3 interviews she conducted in the recent time to actually, make a case for them condemning her. Some said the interview she granted to, the Niger State Governor Umar Mohamed Bagu granted to Memuna Shanu during the incident of kidnapped children in Papiri, and the recent one she held with Konkoso. They said that the face she was wearing is so unethical as far as journalism is concerned, and that have been generating a lot of debate. So we are bringing this in so that we look at it, because most of the people who actually posted something about that, we have had a trace of a kind of trying to subject her to inferiority complex. Maimuna Shanu is a star journalist that is coming up, and from the recent awards she have actually, she have earned, tells how qualitative and of course, professional her style of broadcast, journalism is. She works with the BBC, and the BCC actually, help her in terms of being very, very credible and competent in what she does. So it's a debate that is on and on. So we want to bring this in so that you can add your voice to this. And how do you see her own style of journalism, the way she do interview? Is she really being unethical in discharging her duty, or there is high level of professionalism? Baba have come to actually tell us how the thing is obtainable in the BBC. If you go to the studio in London, how you'll be subjected to interrogation. In fact, the interviewer will combine the system of interrogation, that of police and DSS on all other security agents. They will be put into media, and it will push at you, so you will be interrogated as if you are a criminal. So why should Medina own be a different one? So let's hear your own opinion on this issue that we are presenting to you. We're going to bring an interview that was being granted to what is it called, former Buba Galadima granted an interview. So we're going to hear his own style of the presentation that was being used there, so that we can juxtapose it with what Shanu have done. But let's take some calls first. Hello.
Usman Afaya, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Ambassador Gaby the Challenger. I'm calling you from Tubin, Fulani City.
Yes.
Usman Afaya, you see, this woman, she's an international journalist. She's not a national journalist, and she's not a local journalist. She's really doing her work, and she's competent. She has that composure. You understand? She did her work very, very perfect. So me, as far as I'm concerned, there is nothing wrong with what she did. And you know one thing that I love BBC, they don't compromise. They are not biased, and they don't accept tribe or gift. You understand? So you cannot compare BBC and a journalist working in BBC with other journalists here in Nigeria.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's hear this interview with Buba Galadima.
If 2027 ends up being neither free nor fair, which you say that that's the only way that the ruling party is going to win, that's your fear. What is Nigeria going to look like the morning after?
Nobody, I want to tell you, can afford to rig the elections in 2027. Nobody. Let them try it. We will all go down with it.
Well, I seem to remember you saying the same thing at every election cycle. You always said the same thing, and then you had to accept whatever the outcome was.
You want to force me to say to talk about what I can do. That's what you are aiming at.
No, I'm not trying to force you.
I said they can't rig the election. Anybody that rigs this election will rig out his life.
Okay.
I want to assure you that one. Nigeria is no more the Nigeria of yesterday. We are sophisticated. We've got restive young men and women who are very, I don't know, with the system, and they cannot allow people like you to cheat them.
Why me? I'm not a politician.
You mean the
You're
Nigerian
the one
farmers?
who's a
You mean the
politician.
Nigerian farmers will allow Tinubu's government to come back
Well,
to destroy agriculture?
Right. Okay.
Huh?
Well, we're going to.
Or the young men who have no jobs and they see their colleagues riding. Go and ask Shoyinka when he saw president's son. So what would my son say?
Right.
He has no access to even civil defense. And somebody's son is going with military cantonment.
On that note, it bleeds my heart.
Okay, let's give you one more interview from Guba Galadima.
So, Kano is in the throes of a political defection that cuts deep. Governor Abba Yusuf, the man Rabiu Kwankwaso handpicked, sold to voters and installed as the NNPP's biggest governing prize, has now long-time rival and political antagonist. In Kano's political grammar, this isn't pragmatism, it's rupture. It's the protege choosing shelter over loyalty, power over pedigree, survival over structure. And the timing is everything, with 2027 already casting a long shadow. This move reads less like ideology and more like insurance. A governor betting that the APC machine matters more than the movement that brought him to power. So tonight the question isn't whether Abba Yusuf defected, it's what he defected from, a political family, a national ambition, or a man whose grip on Kano may be slipping. And in choosing Ganduje over Kwankwaso, has Abba Yusuf secured his future or signed his political divorce papers? And how much is all this an early warning of a gathering storm in Kano ahead of 2027? Well, for more on this, I'm suitably delighted to say that I'm joined now in the studio by the Secretary of the Board of Trustees of the NNPP, Engineer Buba Galadima, who is an ally of Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso. Thank you very much. The way you looked at me there, you looked despairing at me. Like, what on earth is he talking about? But somebody said that finding Buba Galadima, you'd have to go on a man if you want to get him on television. And I can certainly say that we went on a manhunt.
Definitely.
Fortunately, we looked at the right place, and there you were.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed for coming in. So, Governor Yusuf has now defected. Did he do so in the interest of the people of Kano State? Interest. What is your assessment?
Personal. Personal interest, not Kano.
Right. Forced by political reality, something you're well familiar with, because you yourself have moved from one camp to the other.
No.
Over time.
Had Governor Yusuf moved from NNPP to another platform other than APC, I could have said he moved well. But in this case, it is only a matter of survival, not Kano people, not the peace in Kano. He wanted us to swallow. We can neither take any of the above. As you know, I wish in the course of this our discussion, you would give me 3 minutes to read a piece sent for me from US just now by Dr. Naoke Ufere, PhD.
Well, you can
columnist.
summarize it for us, because 3 minutes is a long time to read something.
We have not yet arrived there. We have to start that in the middle of the conversation, so that people would know how other people outside Kano, Nigeria, think of this betrayal. And I want to say with clarity that this betrayal is the third in the history of the whole world. One, by Judas against Jesus. First betrayal, Nabi Isa alayhi salam. The second was Brutus against the Caesars. Now the third one that ought to go to the World Guinness Book of Records is the one just announced by Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf of Kano.
But some analysts say...
That is why
our
leader had asked that the world should declare the 23rd of January, every 23rd of January, the world's greatest betrayal day.
So it sounds like you guys must be really hurt. I mean, this cut really deep, didn't it?
Charles, you see me wearing white hair. You don't know my age. I am well above 75.
Well, you look pretty good, to be honest.
And if I could shed tears on anything, it must have touched me beyond expression, because I don't give into sentiments just like that. I could remember my journey to Umuaulu in Anambra State, 2 a.m. by road from Enugu to Oka, from Oka to Umuaulu, just to go and secure a platform that the greatest beneficiary is Abba Kabir Yusuf. I could remember for 3 days, me and Konkoso never had a blink of an eye, let alone sleep. And there is nothing under the sun we didn't do for Abba to prevail. And he did prevail. And the way he prevailed, unknown to many Nigerians, was the man who took our victory in 2019 and gave it to Ganduje, General Buhari, was the architect of making Abba Kabir Yusuf the governor of Kano.
That's an
the
interesting
world needs
angle.
to know.
That's an interesting angle.
Yes, No, because Abba Kabir Yusuf had left to God, the house of God, and went to the house of President Tinubu. He left to God for a human being. It was Ganduje using his own words and abused Buhari, even though he took our victory and gave him in 2019. He called him Habuna Habu. Do you know the meaning of Habuna Habu?
No, I don't.
It was a song sung by the famous Hausa musician, Alhaji Muhammad Shatta of Katsina. Habuna Abu was an outstanding drunkard who will go to the bar, drink, walk on the streets naked, or sleep on the streets, or sleep under the tree. Then there was no overhead bridge. That was Habuna Habu. Ganduje called General Muhammadu Buhari without mentioning his name. And Buhari felt bitter. When we won election and they wanted to take it, Magaji Bichi, the former DSS director, if he fears God, he can narrate the story. And when he writes his memo, he needs to put that. Buhari put down his feet and said, that boy won election in 2019. We took it away. Now he won. Give him his victory. You see how God works.
Right.
Charles, don't interrupt me there because that's what you intend to do.
No, but we can't. It's
No,
not a monologue.
You called me for a purpose.
Yes.
You wanted
well,
the world to know.
We didn't call you for a monologue. We called you for a
No, it's not a monologue.
Well, I mean, if you're talking by yourself, then it clearly
everybody is interested in this story.
We'll finish
that somebody
the story,
for once,
but make
especially
it brief.
Buba Galadima, can talk good of Buhari. They took us to court. The tribunal came to give judgment in our favor. I want to tell the world today. They abducted them, brought them to Abuja, and they were given a written judgment. They said we lost. We went to Court of Appeal. The Court of Appeal was intimidated to give judgment to Gauna. We all know, and we know all the dramatic personnel in this matter. We went to Supreme Court. God, in his infinite wisdom, 3 judges out of the panel of 5 said they will never cause a bloodbath in Kano. I don't want to mention their names. That this boy was on record to have won his election in 2019. And it was taken away from him by force. And the judiciary didn't help him. This time, there could not be alibi to injustice. So Abba Kabir Yusuf was made the governor of Kano through the processes of court and through the assistance of Buhari. Meaning that God was at work. Now they were telling people that they called, that even if we win election, the APC will take it. So why don't we join them? Meaning that he has forsaken God and the inability of God to do justice. And he thought APC and President Tinubu will announce him. Even if he wins an election, it is a temporary victory. God will visit him.
Well, all victories on earth are temporary because they eventually end, whatever the circumstances are. But let me ask you this, because some analysts say Abba Yusuf has liberated himself from the overbearing influence of Dr. Kwankwa. So I think it was actually my colleague, Dr. Ruben Abati, who said that this morning. What's your reaction to that?
Well, Kwankwaso didn't partake in his government. 3 months into his tenure, he abandoned Kwankwaso and caused his media handlers to paint Kwankwaso in black paint. But we decided not to say a word for a simple reason. We wanted him to come out with his own mouth to announce that Konkoso was a bad man. After all, if they meet in public, he treats Konkoso like a king. But beyond that public appearance is something else.
Right.
I'm coming. You asked a question which the nation needs.
But you're not going to take forever to answer the question.
No. If you are
you need to be pithy in your answer.
Yes, Charles. Yes, Charles.
Because the next thing you're going to say to me, where did the time go?
No,
and you're the one who
promised me 1 hour.
No, I didn't promise you 1 hour.
That's what you told me.
No. We didn't have any discussion about
okay,
time.
Okay, let's not waste my time. Allow me to land.
Yeah, okay, land.
So, we said we wouldn't say anything. They called us names. They said we were working for Tinubu. They said when they were the people that were hobnobbing with President Tinubu and his people in government. So, we decided to keep quiet and allow him to use his own mouth to say he's leaving us, such that we can have the sympathy of the people of Kano. And this is exactly what is happening. If today there is any election, free and fair, Abba Kabir Yusuf cannot get 5% of the votes of Kano people.
Right. So let me ask you this, because from everything we know, Senator Kwankwaso personally midwifed Abba Yusuf's rise. In Kano politics, as in politics generally, that creates a debt. Has that debt now been formally defaulted on by Abba Yusuf?
You should know better. You just showed me a picture depicting Ganduje and Balau Jibrin raising Abba's hands. If this happens to somebody from my own community in Yobe, Bade, the man will commit a suicide. Because both Jibrin and Ganduje were not Konkoso's adversaries. They were Konkoso boys made by Konkoso. All of them. Kau Semela, I can see them. Kau Semela, Badau Jibrin, Ganduje, who is there again? All of them were Konkoso boys. They went through the crucible of Konkoso's political crucible.
So that must hurt him really bad to see them one
but,
after the other.
I didn't land.
But it should also lead to soul searching.
Didn't land.
Let me just make this point.
I didn't land. When I land, you can ask your next question.
Just very quickly, it should also lead to soul searching about why these people keep leaving.
Yes. I can give you that answer, but let me land.
Yeah.
You know for sure that if Ganduje had a chance, he could kill Kankoso. Because he stopped him physically by using thugs.
Well, that's an allegation that
you have to protect your television station.
Yeah, because you can't make allegations. You can't make allegations.
Why
like
don't
that.
Didn't he stop him from going to Kano for 3.5 years?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that
did he or not?
You can't make an allegation like that.
How many times was Konkoso attacked in Kano?
Yeah. Well, there's no evidence showing that there's a link between the two. So unless
I know you are protecting your TV station.
Well,
I accept that.
We're also protecting.
We're also accept my apology.
Protecting
accept my
illegal principle, which is that somebody is innocent until proven guilty.
Accept my apology.
Right.
For that.
Let me.
You didn't.
Well, yeah, because you're veering off.
I'm not veering.
Directions.
I'm on course. You are the one that is veering. You said he nurtured them and they dispersed.
Right.
Is there nothing wrong? It's also because you have not listened to the same Alhaji Muhammad Shatta, the famous Hausa singer, who said, let me use small Hausa, said that, Dan Adam, itace yake ka dasa shi, ya girma ya lub, sai ka so zama ya kore ka. Meaning that you plant a tree, water it, it grows, makes leaves. When you come to sit, it sucks you. It's jealousy.
Yeah.
They felt that Konkoso is too domineering and too acceptable to the ordinary people of Kano. How can they destroy him? That is why all of them now got together.
Yeah, but
to think they will destroy Kwankwaso,
from another,
they cannot. And I want to say, I'm coming. I want to say that Abba, during his speech, he gave a message to Ganduje to take to President Tinubu. Did you get that message?
What is the message?
He said on record that he has stopped blind loyalty. I don't think he's sending this message to Kwankwaso because he's already nakeded Kwankwaso in the marketplace. So how can he do blind loyalty to him? He's sending this message to his new masters, Tinubu and Ganduje, that he's not going to do a blind loyalty to them.
Did he have any loyalty to the NNPP, which is the party that you're the secretary of the board of trustees?
I have no evidence, at least not commensurate with our input.
Because I'm wondering whether I'm wondering about the NNPP's grip on its own governor and its elected officials.
I don't think he has ever been NNPP. He was only a beneficiary of the NNPP. And God saved Kwankwaso because he would have lost his base political support because the people of the NNPP felt that they were not recognized by the governor. And this is what happened when he gave the last palliatives, parting gift to Ganduje's councillors and chairmen, 15.8 billion naira. When he finished, somebody in the crowd said, "Your Excellency," he looked, he said, "Now that you have paid your enemies, how about those of us who supported you? Where is our share?" That person was arrested, and all those people around that place were arrested and taken to prison. So he wasn't working for NNPP, he was actually working for APC.
Yeah, let me ask you this, because we're running out of time and I'm getting worried, because I know you get really difficult when time is running out. But why do you think he chose former Governor Abdullahi Ganduje, who you could say is the face of everything the Kwankwasia movement opposed? And in that regard, looking at the elephant in the room, what does it mean for Dr. Kwankwaso that his former rival, Abdullahi Ganduje, is now the one offering Abba Yusuf political shelter?
I'm not Kwankwaso, but I, not Kwankwaso, feels extremely bitter that our victory is taken to our enemy, who made us to have sleepless nights and use our resources, put our lives on line to secure victory for Abba Kabir Yusuf. And today he's abandoning us to acquire a new master in the name of Ganduje, who is but everything bad in Nigerian politics. It's a bad product. Yeah. And man, he called several bad names, too many to mention, too many to say, unprintable. Now he chose him to be his master.
And you
that
are, of
should
course,
pain you, not even me.
Well, I mean, I'm simply here to observe what's going on. And you are an NNPP chieftain. You're a member of the party's board of trustees. In fact, you're the secretary of the board. Do you see this? How do you, I mean, when you put this defection against the impact it's had on the NNPP, is this the beginning of a structural unraveling of the NNPP?
No,
because,
sir.
I mean, he's the only governor you had.
That doesn't,
and he's taken quite a lot of other people with him.
Before he became governor, we never had a councillor, House of Assembly, rep, senator, or governor. And without anything and anybody, we made him and others. What stops God from doing that miracle? That is why I have to go and read the little written by Dr. Ofere, who is a leading voice in African public thought and policy, and writes weekly opinion column for the African Mind Journal. just small part.
Yeah, but you can't read 3
No,
minutes of
just
it,
small of
because
it.
We'll,
Just
we'll
small
run
of it.
out of time.
Just small of it, sir. Just small of it. Don't
20
worry.
seconds. Of
No, 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 no. 2 minutes.
No, you can't do 2 minutes.
Politics.
Otherwise, it'll be the end
I
of the
say
discussion.
politics, like biology, has limits. A parasite that destroys its host does not survive. The host is the source of life and sustenance for the parasite. Only a suicidal parasite, therefore, attempts to destroy its host. A politician who turns against the platform and people that gave him relevance risks political extinction. This is a lesson Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf and his cohorts appear not to have learned.
Okay, well, we've got the gist of it. Let me ask you this, because we're running out of time. And when it's not every day we have you sitting here, so we want to get as much from you.
You never wanted to get me.
No, hold on. I always want to get you, but let's just widen the conversation a little bit, because you insist that President Tinubu will lose in 2027 if the election is free and fair. That's a big if. Are you saying that the real battle is not popularity but control of the process? And if so, what evidence do you see today that the system is being positioned to favor the ruling APC party, as briefly as you can?
Charles, I never knew that you are that
job.
corny and intelligent at the same time.
It's my job to ask you questions.
Do you need any soothsayer to tell you why Tinubu wants to make sure that all the 36 governors migrate to his own party?
Well, I want you to be the one saying it.
You don't know?
No,
In fact, what puzzles
I'm simply
me,
asking you.
What puzzles me and intrigues me is he said he won election in 2023. Why does he need anybody again if he has performed well? He can maintain his votes and still become president. Why does he want to, and I want to remind President Tinubu, in Hausa there is a saying that wanzami baya son jarfa. He, when Ambode was alleged to have done something against him, he refused him a third term.
Yeah, as a former governor of Lagos
State. So why is he now encouraging betrayal on other political figures?
Well, he would say, and his people have said, that they're not encouraging betrayal, that the other parties are falling apart and people are simply gravitating towards the APC, because that's the safest party in the country at the moment.
By using the EFCC and the ICPC and coercing the judiciary.
Well, let me ask you what unfortunately will end up... You look almost threatening there.
Yes,
I almost ran away from here. But let me ask you a question that is unfortunately almost a final one. If 2027 ends up being neither free nor fair, which you say that that's the only way that the ruling party is going to win, that's your fear. What is Nigeria going to look like the morning after?
Nobody, I want to tell you, can afford to rig the elections in 2027. Nobody. Let them try it. We will all go down with it.
Well, I seem to remember you saying the same thing at every election cycle. You always said the same thing, and then you had to accept whatever the outcome was.
You want to force me to say to talk about what I can do. That's what you are aiming at.
I'm not trying to force you.
I said they can't rig the election. Anybody that rigs this election will rig out his life.
Okay.
I want to assure you that one. Nigeria is no more the Nigeria of yesterday. We are sophisticated. We've got restive young men and women who are very, I don't know, with the system, and they cannot allow people like you to cheat them.
Why me? I'm not a politician.
You mean the Nigerian farmers? You mean the Nigerian farmers will allow Tinubu's government to come back?
Well,
to destroy agriculture?
Right. Okay.
Huh?
Well, we're going to.
Or the young men who have no jobs and they see their colleagues riding. Go and ask Shoyinka when he saw President's son. So what would my son say?
Right.
He has no access to even civil defense. And somebody's son is going with military cantonment.
On that note, it bleeds my heart, but I have to say that this fascinating interview has to sadly come to an end.
Well, that's been an interview granted by Buba Galadima, one of the chieftain of the NNPP, who, the NNPP is having a winning battle in Kano State when the governor of state, Abba Kabir Yusuf, cross-carpeted to the APC, and a whole lot of brouhaha there, issue of betrayal, issue of leave and allow others to leave after governor, a lot of issues there. So we are juxtaposing this with the issue, the controversial issue we had, which have generated a lot of controversy in the media, talking about Madina Shanu's style of journalism, which many have come to say it's unethical, the way and manner she conduct herself during interview with her guests. Many are saying that what she do is ethical, is professional, is okay, because he is working with a professional and reputable media outlet, talking about the BBC. Her recent interview to Niger State Governor, where she actually was so courageous in dishing out some of the questions. Many are not too comfortable with the way and manner she was. She has been launching those questions, and the one she had with Konkoso, even though the interview actually flowed well, and there wasn't a time where she bullied Konkoso and even the Niger governor, but some people are not happy with the way she is doing her own style. Many are saying that it is act of envy and jealous, because she is a young, very vibrant, young, upcoming journalist who have been, earning some awards based on her, quality of journalism. So that is the discourse. So at this point, I think we're going to give you the opportunity to call and make contribution. Yes, graciously, Baba have extended our time because of this interview we brought to you, so that we can understand the work of journalism and how journalists should be, encouraged to do their job, and we shouldn't allow our political leaders to always get away with it. They need to be interrogated, because they are there because of people. They are servant of the people, and a servant, you have to serve well. You have to provide explanation to whatsoever you are doing. If leaders are not being held accountable by the media, as the media have been empowered by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to always hold political leaders accountable to all their deeds. So if there is no interrogation of leaders on what to do, explanation on what they are doing, I think it's not going to go well for the society. So I think we'll be having only 3 minutes. Yes, I think we will not be able to take any call here, because we will be turning out to do some other things. Well, listeners, I think we want to appreciate you for your time, as always, listen to this program, Badeggi Radio Link. And I want to appreciate all those who have actually made it possible for this program to come to you this morning. For me to you, have a great day, and goodbye for now.
The old school and the new school.
Take it back to the old school. Wave your hands like you just don't care. Let's take it back to the old school. Wave your hands like you just don't care. Come on, now let me tell you what it's all about.
The flavor of the old school.
That's how it's going down.
It's the Notorious B.I.G.
This is Puff Daddy.
This is Ice Cube.
This is Short Dog. This is DJ Ron.
Jam Master Jay.
This is DMC in the place to be. Classic hip hop.
This is Dr. Dre.
This is Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Solo Cool J.
For the Beastie Boys. Warren G. Flavor Flav.
Chuck D.
Smash, right?
Got your hands, everybody.
The old school and the new school.
90.1 Badeggi, the People's Radio.